Using Elodea Densa waterweed, Brazilian waterweed, as fertilizer. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to this channel. The aquatic plants, Elodea Densa, Elodea Densa, and Chars Densa, all these plants are from the same strain, right? Some are wild, well, a type is wild, whilst the other type was actually engrafted so as to kind of tame its growth. Alright, so into the video for today, we're talking about the whole idea of using this plant as fertilizer. Now, Elodea Densa plant is seen in many spaces as a villain, and in some spaces like where I'm at in Jamaica, it is seen as a hero aquatic plant. I'll explain, well, I have explained both scenarios to you in the past, sharing in that this plant, if left unchecked, will actually clog the waterways, leading to possible flood. It can also strangle the life out of the pond, in the sense that the fish doesn't have any space to swim because it grows very fast. It also it have a tendency of going so fast that it actually kill the natural vegetation that lives within the space. This plant, however, also serve as a breeding mat for some fish, and it also supplies oxygen to the water space. So here you see it as a villain and as a hero aquatic plant. In addition, over the what you call it benefits, or the hero section, heroes column of the plant itself. This plant, unlike the water mint, right? I don't remember its name, its scientific name, right? And even if I remember it, I don't think I can pronounce it. But it's referred to as water mint. It's a little bit similar to this, but this one in particular, this Elodea Densa in particular, looks like a water mint. It's a little bit more spacier than this, right? Water mint is sold as powder. It's dried and grinded up and sold in health food store as a supplement, right? Elodea Densa aquatic plant. Wow, my hornworts are actually growing really nice, right? But I don't like it when the temperature or the pH reach a particular level in which it starts. The leaves are fine. Rain is falling, guys, so you have to see with me. And it starts to shell off. Alright, so back to the Elodea Densa thingy, right? Now the Elodea Densa, what happened is that Elodea Densa is not, based on my research and what I have found, there's no space for it to be used. Well, there's no, I call it now, it is not used as any form of food supplement within uh, any food store or any scientific research. It is used by pharmaceutical companies to make medication, right? Portions of it, right? Like they will grind it up and use it as a part of the ingredient. But for you to just pick off piece and to boil it as tea and drink, no, right? The the water mint, however, as it says mint, it is used as a supplement. Now, Elodea Densa plant is rich in iron and also rich in calcium and potassium, right? The Elodea Densa plant, when taken out of the water, it can be dried and it can be used as manure, or should I say fertilizer, for your garden. So see here, I have several trees, right? I have my breadfruit tree, my lime tree, my orange tree, apple tree, mango tree, a lot of trees in my yard, right? Now, I have several ponds, mini ponds, and in these mini ponds, at times, Elodea Densa, I have not tried it with hornwater as it, and I have not read it up whether or not hornwater is good with this. But I know that with the Elodea Densa, if taken out on a hot day in the morning, by within 2 hours or less, it is very dry, right? So you'll take out that dry Elodea Densa, right? You'll dig a hole, and you will actually dig a hole around the plant in which you wish to use it as fertilizer, right? And you will actually let it stay there. Now, Elodea Densa actually deteriorate. I shouldn't say deteriorate. It is absorbed in the soil at a quicker pace. Scientifically, this has been proven. Elodea Densa, when dried and planted in a compost format within the soil, it is the soil actually absorb its nutrients quicker than when you use manure from animals such as chicken and horse and all those other lovely things that you use to create that manure for your garden, right? So Elodea Densa plant, although it's seen as a villain, it actually can suffocate, just like how you would see my, what I call it now, my mosquito fish pond is filled with this thing, right? It's filled with it, and if I don't take it out periodically, what will happen is that the entire space will be filled with it, and my mosquito fish will not have anywhere to swim. Now, Elodea Densa, if it is too much, I can just stick out some, place it up here, allow it to dry for a few days, and then dig a hole around one of my fruit trees. I have to shake it out properly because mosquito fish tend to the babies especially tend to stay within the confines of the space until they get a little bit bigger, because they do eat the babies, right? So I just let it stay on the top there, allow it to dry, and when it's dry, I just dig a hole, create a compost heap, whether it be in a bucket or in the soil itself, and I create the compost, and then as soon as that compost is ready, within, I think they say about 30 days, right, it absorbs the soil. The compost is actually ready, and it's more nutritious than if you actually use animal waste, right? That's how potent Elodea Densa is as far as using it as a fertilizer, and it also gives good yield in food production. And yeah, this is something that you can consider. It gives good yield in food production. I see like something like running on the top of the water. I'm not sure if it's an insect or I'm actually having some babies here. I don't know. It will take a few days before I actually see, right? But I see like something running. So Elodea Densa, it as I said before, a villain, hero, but regardless of how you look at it, it served me well, in the sense that it oxygenates my ponds, right? Whenever it's overgrown, what I tend to take out some of it and place. This is a tree that mostly gets my Elodea Densa, right? And here I still have some dry piece. The rain actually wet it up, but this is where I placed it, right? Yeah, and it will actually go, what I call it now, eventually dry up, and the coconut tree will eventually use the nutrients in it. It's rich in iron, rich in calcium, rich in potassium, and all this is nutritious for soil and for the growth of plants. Thank you very much for stopping by, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Catch you next time. Meanwhile, I'm kind of checking to see if I see any more babies. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye.